and load, lock and load, lock and load. This is not a drill. Just kidding. What's up, everyone? I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, looking for some answers. Guru, evangelist, North American civil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God. The Lilith reincarnated was also Isis, here on a Tuesday, Mars Day. Mars was in the sky, I saw it. Really? Yeah, a couple days ago. Really? Behind the moon and shit. Anyways, in order to keep up with me, you can't, just try. I don't feel like doing all that. I was chilling in my Zen, and then I posted something that started an enormous conversation that needed to be had. And while I was at it, I went to see... What's today? What's today, people? June 29th. Ooh, we missed it. We didn't miss shit. This is when it hit. Well, we'll probably verify the bullshit. Our 10-day forecast. I felt it. I told you guys I felt it on, like, Sunday, and I was like, 10-day forecast is about to change. I mean, I can feel when it is coming in. They don't have it exact. It's when it comes in. And it had a delay, or it didn't, because that's when it was meant to be. They don't have the exact time of this shit. Anyways, I posted something in my community page saying, walking in the flesh versus walking in the spirit. And on the fleshly side, it says witchcraft. Dun, dun, dun. Witchcraft was always considered a sin. And I explained that in my community page, why it was a sin. What's the difference between a witch and a high priestess? Does anybody know in the back? Sorry, I'm stretching my chakras. In order to be a high priestess, you are a witch. But no witch is a high priestess. The difference is the service. A high priestess serves. She's part of a priesthood. She serves deity. And she serves humanity. She is the in-between. There's a lot of these punk-ass, bonk, like the black folks say, bonk-ass bitches out here saying they're high priestess and shit. You don't serve God. Not one. Not one. Each of my freaking books that these women claim to be a priestess, they are a priestess to a particular goddess. Not God. But it's not like God isn't part of this show, bro. We didn't find a God outside of God. And really, who do they pray to? Me. They pray to me. They all pray to me. You either pray to fucking God, or you pray to goddess, which is me. And what am I? God in the female form. Goddess is not any fucking funner than God. Roller coaster of up. We're gonna whoop your ass too. Just kinder about it. We'll wipe the tears off your face while he's walking out the room. That's it. He said, we empower you to get through your suffering and your pain, not to give you power to make others suffer and go through pain when we have already worked with their ancestors to make sure that their children wouldn't fall. And you come out here with a fucking attitude asking ever since I've ever told someone I was a witch. It's part of my definition. It's part of my intro. If you come to me on the street and you ask me something, even my name, Phoenix, that's cool. Yep. And then it goes into it, the High Priestess Phoenix. I introduce myself as the High Priestess Phoenix. And they want to start with that. I'm a pagan priestess that teaches the Christ consciousness. Okay? Priestess. Okay? A witch is a fucking manipulator. They always have, right? That's why they feared the witches. You would go to the witches to have them do some shit to your enemies. To make some guy fall in love with you. To help you get some money or get pregnant. All things that you were asking, you were going above God. You were asking some bitch to go above God and change your destiny for you. Is she able to do so? By the powers given by God? Yes. But in essence, you asked for a destiny that came with a karma that originally wasn't yours. All you asked for was fucking karma. If you sit there and ask God to be successful, you are telling the universe to bring in all the challenges to make you successful. If you are asking God for love, you are telling the universe to bring in all the challenges to make love right in your life. You are asking for fucking trouble. Ask and so shall it be given. Anyway, so that's what the witches would do. A priestess is not. We're not doing that. A high priestess, that's where you get these dark practitioners that work in the dark, that manipulate the way of life. You come to them begging because you can't make it through your poor little minuscule life, and you need God, you need Goddess to come and bless you. You're about to sell your soul to the devil because you can't make it through a normal life's trials and tribulations. He has put humanity through trials and tribulations. It's the fire of initiation, of growth, and you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Everything difficult that you go through strengthens your resolve and makes you what you are. Those that have never went through difficulties are nothing but a bunch of pussies. They have no character to them. They're a bunch of fucking, what do they call them? Squishmallows. You know what I mean? It's going through hard things that create your actual foundation of, you know, the structure of who you are. It builds all of that. It builds strength. You're a weak-ass person that can't deal with hard, you know, difficulties and challenges, adversity. Get the fuck out. Like, why were you even bred? Oh, because your parents were in such a weak place and they loved each other so much, and then this came out. And now you're so weak, you can't make it through a weekday or a weekend or through your week because the trials and tribulations of this world are so hard. Get a fucking... Sorry. So yes, they make money off of your fears and weaknesses. They empower you with some bullshit. But in essence, they're just, you know... They give you karma. Because that's all they have to give in that little pot is karma. Karma, 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 karma. In the essence, bro, you're never going to come to me, and that's what it is. People have asked me if I'll do curses, if I'll break curses. They always tell me they're fucking cursed. Every time I say I'm a witch, people are like, I think somebody cursed me. Oh, yeah? Tell me how that works. You look like you're just fine to me. Stupid is what you are. You're stupid. You're weak. You believe some stupid shit. You think you're under the attack of the devil? Tell me more about this devil and how he's ruining your life. I can't wait to hear this. Please tell me what you've been taught about this energy that's making life hard for you. Mine's Kobe Bryant. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face with this shit. You guys can't prove a devil if I gave you all the money in the world. It's a fragment of your imagination, bro. Something's out to get you, and it's making your life harder than everyone else's, and they're so favored, and I'm such a Cain and Abel, and I'm going to call somebody and do something about this because I want a better life. Oh, God, I can't stand y'all. A witch is not a priestess. A priestess, in order to be a priestess, you have to have the abilities. You have to have far-fetched abilities plus the minimal abilities. You know, that's like drawing blood. If you want to be a doctor, you have to know how to draw blood. No fucking surgeon sits around fucking poking people no more, but we know how to do it. These guys in their little, you know what I mean, their little fucking suits talking about my son and my daughter, and they're, you know, they're my angels and we're divine and God loves us and we're the chosen. I can't stand you guys. I really got to move on with this. But the point is witches is bitches, bro. They're just mad about how life is, and they're going to tell you how to make it better. They're going to brew up a better life for you. Bitch, brew up a better life for yourself so you don't sit around here hating how life is. If you're so fucking powerful, bitch, then how come your life looks so powerless, bitch? You walk around with a smile on your face? That don't mean you're powerful. That means you're fake. You're over here looking like Joel Osteen, all scary and shit. Then they see true joy, true happiness, true long-suffering, true patience, true fucking temperance, true fucking abundance, true fucking love, dude, favoritism, and an actual fucking connection with God and all of his wonders and glory. She see, you know what I mean? And they're just mad. You little fucking trinket bitches. You little trinket bitches with your little fucking, what is it? Your little evil eye fucking bracelet. No, you're no more powerful than the ones running around with a fucking crucifix. Hail Mary, bitch. Hail Mary. I just think you guys are idiots, and I just wanted to point out, I am the most powerful witch that ever will be. Because I gave the fucking shit to you, and I take it back. You have no power. You've used it for nothing but the destruction of yourself, your family, and your children. You really haven't hurt anyone else because they're protected. Why? Because they're better than you. And anyways, everyone has chosen ones, and they have a family that stands behind them. You think you're fucking picking on people that aren't fucking totally purposeful. Just wanted to point that out. Everybody wants to be a witch. Everybody wants to be all fucking witch. What? Somebody that fucking begs gods and deities to change the way your life is, to make it easier for you? That's why they want my powers, bro. If I had her powers, I would be all powerful. That's why you're powerless. That's that whole mindset, bro. Get out of here with that bullshit, bro. Get out of here with that bullshit. You want to know what true power is? True power is kindness. Show me you got kindness and I'll bow down to you. That's true power. That's what I have that you don't. That's my ability to connect with all the universe. It's because I have a heart. All you have is a brain filled with worries and concerns and needs and wants and desires and fears. You have no heart. And I'd say I challenge you to a duel, but your fucking little sticks and stones and herbs and oils couldn't even reach me. We're beyond Orion's belt here, and you're getting spanked with it. That would be God's Bible belt. Anyways, moving on. Something happened with Neptune today. How'd you know? I really didn't until Steve's Tarot said that Neptune went retrograde. But I did see that in my book a long time ago. But as I'm staring at this book, we are in some new 10-day energy. So let's talk about that real quick. And then we'll talk more about witches and bitches and fucking, snitches and shit. I mean, to be honest, that's it. It's like, I'm seeing Jason Miller. I'm seeing Aleister Crowley. I'm seeing all the magicians of all time. All the magicians of all time studied the left side of the tree of life, which was the goddess, the divine feminine. Bitch, I'm here, bitch. Bitch, I'm here, bitch. Bitch, I'm here. And anybody that was pulling on my fucking strings to hurt God's people, bro, I bring the whole army of darkness for you, bro. God says forgive them for they know not what they do. You're forgiven until the moment I catch you, bro. The moment I catch you. You better turn to God. Because either way, it's God all the way around. All the way around, bro. You're facing karma, bro. You're facing this shit. You guys took the knowledge and the wisdom of the goddess and used it for absolute destruction of mankind. To make yourselves powerful among men. You had no power against men. It was to empower you to be powerful for mankind. To stand as a shining light of hope for them. Lilith was hope. The fuck? The fuck? The goddesses were about that shit. What the fuck? I just want to point that out. What did we step into? Purification. You shall be washed of your sins. I mean, I feel it, bro. God's mad. I'm mad. I feel it. It's like, it's not really me. It's the God inside of me, which is the universe. And we're not pleased with the bullshit you do. Talking about these witches and shit. You Google-ass witches, you out there trying to do some shit to hurt somebody. All you're doing is hurting your children. That shit comes back to you. You cursed another, so your children shall be cursed. Your children's children's children. Which means that people will perform magic on your children for decades. Because you wanted to fucking dabble. You wanted to hurt someone else so they'll hurt, so it'll come back times 10. 10 generations of hurt. You don't know what that 10 means? What you did this life. What have you done? The only one that can clean that off of you and your children is Christ. You better get to it, bro. On God, yes, they knew that. There was no other way to get this done and undo what had been done. Christ came to help you. You better get the fuck up, dude. I swear to God. In essence, I'm fine. I'm forgiven. But you, your children, they carried on. You die. The curse lives on. Your fucking karma lives on through your fucking spoiled, dirty deeds and seeds. Dipshits. I didn't have no kids. God killed all mine. He's like, no, we can't let shit like this be going on. We can't have more than one. No one, no more than this. No. That's why you had to keep watering you guys down. And every time he tried to create you, he had to destroy you because you were still too much. Too much what? Too much man. Too much flesh. Not enough spirit, bro. Lilith wasn't a bad spirit. It's the flesh. Alright, let's go into 32. Where are we? Remen Harisa. Okay. Looks pretty much like it says. Remen Harisa. Some of them don't look like they should be. How's your Egyptian? We need quartz and gold. Check. The group is Sa. Purification. The purifying waters of the Nile can be a metaphor for many events in your life. Purification can be as simple as confessing wrongdoings to someone you've hurt, or as complex as a Jewish, I don't know, what is this? Mikvah, a ritual bath. Come here, confess your sins, and let's go take a bath. I said this to Russell like fucking hours ago. I don't know what I said. Oh, God, what did I say to you? Oh, what did I say to you? It was like the first thing I said in the first morning. It was like, better say something. I guess. What did we say to you? Give me a minute. You're not coming here. That's what it is. You're not coming here to fix this. So I'm not seeing you. Something like that. It's like you're not coming here to make this better. And me going up there doesn't make anything better. There's no benefit to seeing you. If you were coming to make this better, then that would be better. But otherwise, leave it how it is for the rest of this lifetime. I don't care. You need me. Something like that. That's what I told him. It's like, until you acknowledge that you need me, then you're never going to be around me. It's like, I never needed Lucifer. I didn't. I was fine by myself. I tell you all the time, leave me alone. Jesus Christ. God's the one that's like, wants to put you in my fucking circle, and I'm just like, dude, get them away from me. Why? Because your uncleanliness. You come with all that fucking, just want to sit in my space with all your darkness and shit. Like, I can't feel it. Like, it's not infesting me. Like, it's not fucking with me. Get away from me with all your fucking pain and suffering. I'm tired of it. I have my own to deal with. I'm gonna sit next to you and suffer. Misery loves. Not I. Nah. Go find a girl to suffer with. Jesus Christ. Purification can be as simple as confessing wrongdoings to someone, or you could take a ritual bath. I talked about that again yesterday. I think I was talking to Morgan about the baptisms. I've been all about the baptisms lately. Whatever form of purification is indicated, it will most likely include some form of unpleasantness. Yeah, because you have to eat your words and you have to feel it, bro. Why'd you do that? You need to. It's not like you could possibly. We don't have time for you to apologize for all your sins. But you need to come in a clear heart. And that's all it is you come to God, or Goddess in this case. Both of us is right there, bro. What are you thinking? They keep saying, Satan wants to go to church. You're going to come into church and not confess your sins? That's what's funny. That's what's funny. Why does the devil come to church if he's not going to confess his sins? It's the holy fucking ground. God Almighty, and you've come to see the Goddess, but you're not going to confess your sins. And that's why I said I'm not going to be there. Fucking let God deal with you. You don't get to see Goddess. You deal with God up there. And that's it. While a calming water baptism is preferred over purification by fire, we could have done this through just some tears, but they're going to have to set your ass on fire. Often the process of shedding guilt or overcoming faults is a painful experience, but one that proves beneficial in the long run. Have I done any wrong, God? Now I feel condemned. Hold on. Let me soul search to see if I've done some wrong. Oh, bro, my heart is light as a feather. I don't carry any wrongdoings in my heart. I put my hands up in the air and I dug deep, dude. Do you feel anything heavy on your heart? Does anything lay heavy? Does a person pop into your head? Does something you say pop into your head? Does something of your past? Nothing, God. But I had to work hard at that. And realistically, it's not like I had to run around and ask for forgiveness to everyone. I mean, I had to do that all within myself. And they didn't ask for forgiveness. Faggots. Anyways, that has nothing to do with sexuality. If you didn't know, it is a fucking terrible word of hate that we used. That's how it became a hate crime. They said it was towards a particular type of people, but we used that word to hate on all type of people. And they said that that was a representation of those people, but it never was. Maybe it was. Not in the world I grew up in. It was just a word of hate in general. And it was always said to straight men. I don't know anyone that said it to a gay man. I don't know, but I know they did, I suppose. I've only said it to straight men. Why? Because they're not embracing their divine feminine. I'm digging myself real deep in this one. This is good. History. I guess that was my sin, right? They showed me my sin is saying that word. Right? That's a sin. The words that come in my mouth, that's a sinful word. I'll take that. I have sinned by saying that word. I said it in hate. See how God will make you, like, literally, like, just, hey, no, you're wrong. What'd I do? You said that. I did. Right now. No, but I've said it many times in my life that I hate. Forgive me. For I fully knew what I was doing, I suppose. And it's that simplistic. Like, oh yeah, I'm wrong. Oh yeah, I've been wrong for like hella long. Why is it so hard to atone, dude, and just let God tell you you're living wrong, bro? That you're out of control, that you need to fix some things. He's not going to pound you with that Bible, bro, but one at a time, he wants you to be better about some shit. I really searched for something, and that came out of my mouth. I did, and that's what came out of my mouth. I was like, where am I wrong in my life, God? Where have I done wrong? I said that word. Stop using that word. Okay. He makes you aware. I mean, otherwise, what was I doing? I don't know. I've used that word quite a few. I'm still using that word quite a few times. He said, you need to stop that today. Okay. Okay. And that's all it is with God. You guys, like, Jesus forgives you. But the church is like, oh my gosh, you need to do 1,000, you need to fast for fucking 40 days, and you need to be put in the timeout box, and you need to wear the scarlet letter, and you're not allowed to date certain people, and you can't have a fucking position in the choir of the church anymore, and no, you can't pass the bowl, and you can't light that candle because you're a fucking sinner, and you fucking did wrong. Fine, I don't want to be part of any of this if there's no job for me. That was that bee's life. I'm gonna go be a warrior bee. In the essence, like, I'm just saying. Have you called somebody that? I'm gonna stop saying that because they told me to. It's pretty much that simple. It happens a lot, though. They're not crucifying you. Jesus got crucified, bro. Your mind will crucify you and make you feel bad for it. Replay it over and over how many times you said it. I only said it to fucking straight men, bro. I've never said that to a gay man. Or a gay person. I call a lesbian a lesbian. I've said some dyke shit before. Confessions. At least mine are, well, I've already confessed everything in this fucking video. This whole fucking thing is a confession and testimony to God's work, so let's keep on with our ramen noodles here. Ramen harisa is one of the Saw's arms that was cut off by Ray. I feel like the Winter Soldier right now. You just cut my arm off. And flung into the sky's night, becoming its own god. Did we already read this? Am I on the right one? I feel like I read this one. Really? I don't know. I'll be in all kinds of time and space. I feel like we already read this, but at least I had to confess my sins. Or is this where we're at? Where are we? June 29th. Yeah, Ramen Harisa. Okay. I'm really feeling like I already read this like last week. That soon? Kinda. That's what it feels like when you have deja vu. It's like this. I feel like I just did this. I guess it was a year ago. Alright, this might seem very strange until you consider that Set, who was Osiris's brother, that chopped his brother into a million pieces, in the form of the red ox, was chopped into pieces by Horus. As revenge for the murder of Osiris. Oh, well, he did it too? As above, so below. That's another story, too. Who put him back together? I woke up with you in my fucking... You were the first thing I would listen to this morning, Kanye. I was in Kanye's energy. I started laughing. I was like, what's going on, Kanye? Really? Yeah, and then I jumped into some fucking recovery with Marshall Mathers. And my 0 point is always the Queen of Swords. Why? Because I hold the sword of truth. I have to balance that into the Empress, dude. It's a whole chain of command inside of me. God is commanding me to be better. How many times have you said that word, Marshall? Oh, speaking of which, Kanye, confess your sins. Stop saying that word. We're in trouble. I got us. I got us. I got us. You know, I got us. Just say you're sorry, bro. I got us. I got us. Just apologize and stop doing it. Just stop doing it. That's all God says. I know a guy. I know Jesus. He said, "What forgiven? Just fucking follow the rules. You'll be all right. Apologize and shit." The foreleg of the ox was thrown into the sky and became the constellation Mesquehia something. It's the Little Dipper. That's probably what I was staring at the other night. Do you know the difference between the little and the big? And I don't know our constellations. We should go to the planetarium. We're on the planet. That's funny. They're making fun of me. I'm serious. I'm gonna do that. They have it at the I feel like they have it at the Nature and Science Museum too. They have a planetarium there. Where is this? I'm going crazy all over the place. We need to be reminded of our constellations. Why? Because it's part of what Metatron's teaching. It's the next class. Hey, take your kids to the planetarium. Dude, ours is 3D. That's right. It made me sick. It's like 4D. Oh, yeah, it makes me sick. No, I can't do that. Really? Yeah, ours is... I went with my kids like a year or two ago. Yep, it's right there at the Nature and Science Museum in Colorado. You have to buy tickets. You could get in there for $1 with your EBT card, but you got to buy tickets to that. And it's 4D, so you sit in the chair, and the whole room shifts, and it shifts so fast, it'll make you sick, bro. Bring your barf bag. No, I don't want to do that one. What happened to the old one where they would just, you know... God, I'm so old. Like the little starlight things where you could poke the little black paper. Damn, I love that thing. All right, we got to learn... We are learning our constellations. If you'd like to have that interactive experience that's so very... I can't. Those things hurt my stomach. I went to fucking... Universal Studios and died. I needed a motion sickness pill the whole time. It's all interactive, meaning you don't move. The fucking screens move around you. You have to close your eyes to feel like you were sitting still. And it's all moving around you. It's very uncomfortable for someone like me. It's like vertigo. But we need to learn that's what you guys should do. Whenever you can get to it. And I hope you don't get sick like I do. Really? Yeah, bro. I'm very interactive nowadays. Anyways, I like to sit still and ride the fucking wave. I don't want to be, like, forced into time and space like that. Oh, God. I'm getting sick thinking about it. Alright, the Little Dipper is a powerful god on its own. As the Catholic saints, and that's why I talked about the Catholic. My daughter sent me, dude, the lady's like, I don't have your daughter's phone. I'm like, I bet you don't. I bet she has it. She's like, yeah, well, at least text her and tell her to keep it away because they might make her leave if they find out she has it. So I sent her a text. She sends me a text back. You're tripping. I'm fine. She's like, and by the way, this place is hella Christian. I laughed so hard. I was like, oh, you're meeting God up there? God took you up there? It was a blessing from God. You didn't think God was going to be up there with you, you dipshit? He told you to leave your phone. You dipshit. Anyways, the Salvation Army is funded by the Catholic Charities. And I already knew she was going to a Christian camp. You ain't getting away from God. You're getting more of it. Go be godly in the earth. My head's exploding. You're trying to get away from God. All you're going to get is more of him. Jesus. I told her to bring me down a feather, too. I was like, no, there's a feather up there. Give me a feather or an acorn or something. Bring me a piece of God down. Alright, sorry, it's funny. The Catholic saints who leave behind fingers and toes as holy relics. Holy shit, what did you do? Oh, I told her to bring me something. What if she brings me a finger? I'm not not even high. What is this, dude? I'm having the funniest time of my life. I'm like high in the Holy Spirit right now. Alright, what did they do? It started with the Little Dipper as a god on its own right. As with the Catholic saints who leave behind fingers and toes as holy relics, the individual body parts of these primordial gods are still retain their divine power. Oh God, the Catholics are so strange. They had to go, but they'll leave you a finger or a toe. And I'm the witch. I'm dying down here, you guys. I'm literally going to fall off my throne. Go look it up. I don't want to know when they were leaving and what they do with all these fingers and toes. Their blueprints? Did you know that your first finger is the same print as your big toe? How did you learn that? You don't want to know? I don't know. I'm full of information. Seriously? Is this supposed to be this funny? Is it really? Or am I just like, everything is funny to me? I'm crying. This is the blueprint. What were the humans thinking when they cut off their fingers and toes? Who knows? God, why'd you wake me up today? Oh, man. This is funny. Alright. It was funny until you started talking about the Catholics. What I teach is how everybody worships God, so that's what's funny. It's like, what do you do? Everybody is so appalled by how people worship God. I'm never gonna recover from this. It was such a dad joke. It's the blueprint. Oh God. Hold on, I'm being a child of God right now. I can't. It's stupid. Alright, let's get back to ancient Egypt. The Catholic Church is full of secrets. Oh God. I can't even see. Hold on. Alright, the artwork on the card shows Hapi, god of the Nile, what the fuck is that word? A nungeon, I don't know, baptizing the devotee in the purifying shower of water. The ancient Egyptians believed that the water of the Nile was pure and free from pollutants. In modern Egypt, the Nile River surrounding Cairo is full of toxic bacteria, and it's not safe to swim in. However, further upstream in the holy city of Aswan, the water is still and fresh and pure as it was 4,000 years ago. Local children can often be found swimming along the riverbanks, sometimes joined by spiritual authors visiting from America. Spiritual authors. That'd be me. Not you. You're just a basic witch trying to pray to God to make your life better. Aswan is and that's it. The prophets honored God's workings and understood how God worked, and we brought peace to the works of God and his workings. Aswan is a location of the Elephantine, island, where Hapi is said to live in a subterranean cave, waiting for a sign from Sobdet before releasing the floodwaters for the inundation. What is this word? Inundation. I don't know. Inundation. I don't know how to pronounce it. Google. How do you say this word? In the ancient Egypt, how's it spelled? I-N-U-N. Donation. D-A-T-I-O-N. I don't know how to pronounce those two together. Inundation. Is that how you pronounce it? I have to pronounce all kinds of weird words. Put all these weird letters together and try to make a word out of it. What the fuck? That's why you have the ancients. Did you hear the tone? The Hispanics with their whistle and shit. You know, clickings and stuff. What the fuck is all this? In the ancient Egyptian calendar, the festival of Hapi falls in the middle of the Deacon's Week. Well, we're almost there. Papyrus Carlsberg I says that Re is purified in the arms of his father Osiris, a clear reference to both the arms of Orion, told you, and the submerge of Re in the waters of Duat, and the place where the stars go to purify themselves after their period working in the sky, in the night sky. And I said that this morning. I'm in a place of recovery. First thing I did was jump in the bath because God shoved me into a moon cycle. Isn't that weird? It's the cleansing, bro. From the inside out, it's dialysis, bro. And that's it, my cursed womb. Anyways, ritual. The naos of the deacons states that the deacon can cause evil pustules in persons. What? What is this word? Pustules. Pustules. In a person's enemy and give them foul breath that will cause the victim to have a swelling head. Whoa. Get out of my face, dragon breath. That's pretty interesting on 151. Because 5150 is the penal code for fucking psychos. Ew. That's nasty. Well, that's nasty. That makes me want to brush my teeth just reading that. Okay, anyways, you're going through purification, and the evil ones will have bad breath. I'm so mean. It's not that literal. It literally says it. What the fuck are you talking about? Did you smell someone with bad breath? Get away from them. Fucking dragon breath. With the banaka? Shh. Shh. I see it as I'm being a child. Just move on. Forget it. What'd you see? It was like a fire hydrant with the banaka in their bread. Just people open their mouth and you know. Christ be with you. That's what Nacho Libre did to his science friend. He stuck his head in a bowl of water. We need to be baptized before this fight. He stuck his head in a bowl of water. He said, God be with you. I'm not going outside today. Oh, what's Neptune's retrograde doing to me? Where we at? Oh, yes, dude. Oh, no way. Empress mode, bro, is where we're at. Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. Oh, yes. O Maha Lakshmi, bestower of success and intelligence, worldly enjoyment and liberation, I bow to you, O goddess whose form in the mystical syllable. Improved social status. I mean, yeah. Okay. Increased wealth and luxury, indeed. Career promotion and acknowledgement. Good and faithful marriage partner, especially a wife. Well, I'm looking for a wifey material type dude. I'm looking for a man that can be in his divine feminine. I'm being guided to spray this. Why? Because you have bad breath. Just kidding. I don't know. That's what came out of my mouth when I said it. As soon as I saw her card, I saw to spray it. What is it? Japanese cherry blossom. Really? Yeah. Makes sense to me, right? We'll accept that. I feel like I want to put that at the altar. No, and that's what it is sometimes you don't get your favored goddess. We had fucking Fortuna for the last part of June, and she was the goddess of bad fortune, to be honest. I didn't tell you that. Said all you're going to do is win and lose, win and lose, win and lose. She's all about teaching you to accept loss. This one's coming in to bless you. Well, I accept your blessing. And if you don't believe in her, then how can you accept her blessings? If you don't believe in Christ, then how can you accept his blessings? If you don't believe in these people, then how can you accept the blessings that they have in your life? This is a current available energy, not from Christ, but from the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. And I just want to point out, that's exactly her up there. So we'll go ahead and light one of those. Hey, you know what? One of these fucking people said that they'd be fucking burning incense, candles, and smoking in their room. It's like, I don't do any of that. Why? Because I follow the rules. You know who was underneath? The goddess of destruction. Is that me? What do you got for me? What do we always give you? Purification of the subtle forces, the force centers. Ascension of the divine kundalini energy. Happiness and fulfillment in this world. Divine ecstasy of the transcendent reality. This is me. I'm the lighter shade of me. It's a family, right? Alright, so then, where are we at? Purification and blessings is what I heard. Which makes sense. We're getting prepared for, good times and shit. But we're in the fire, so you're probably going through purifications by fire. I did not bring these out, Odin's son. Odin's son. I've been talking about Thor a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't pull Thor's card. Really? Yeah. I haven't watched it, but I mean, they're my favorite movies. It's the whole reason I pay for Disney is because I like the superhero movies. And it came with Hulu, so then I watch, documentaries and shit. Really? Yeah, the kids don't fuck with that shit. They're all over YouTube, bro. All YouTube, TikTok bullshit. Alright, where are we at? Dun, dun, dun. Odin's son. It's the All-Father. How do you know him? We had a little thing. And then I also helped him out with some other little things. We're telling Odin what's up all the time, bro. You can't understand this, but again, I was the all-seeing vulva that told him everything. And then later, one of his wives. You can play 2 roles? Yeah, bro. If you quit trying to be the one role, you're trying to be the best at this, like, you could have more lives. It's like saying I was married to this person, and then I was, after that, I was an all-successful this something. And then I was this. And that's it. Spirit can take form. Many forms. Many forms. What the fuck is that? There it is. Odin. I'm going to tell you that story of how I told him all of everything, the all-seeing. Oh, I went to Baldur, his son of the light. Told you about that story, too. Thor. Loki. Odin and Freya. Odin, duality. Odin is the most powerful of the Norse gods. He is the ruler of Asgard and the husband of Frigg. Alright? Now, I want to point out, there's Frigg, but there's not Freyja. Frigg. Okay? Odin understands the 9 realms and the true nature of humankind, for whom earthbound experience is measured through the duality of good and evil, right and wrong. The duality is what prevents us from finding inner peace. Odin wanders betwixt and between the 9 realms. He believes in the truth inherent in each person's soul. This card is about picking a side, and Odin believes that it is best to be centered, standing in the middle, and choosing observation over judgment. Go within and find your center. Release your attachments to either side. Meditate. You will discover the journey you long for is within. That's really what it is, right? So I'm hearing that song. I'm hearing a lot of them. Stop with the songs. You have to choose to walk down the lonely path. Nobody walks down that path because nobody has made those choices before. As you take that path, you'll find people that are along that path. But you're on your own path to making your own choices. And it's going to be a lonely path because you're being guided by only yourself. There will always be people, outside of your choices that you can reconnect, but they don't connect with your choices. So even though, it's like I'm here, but I'm in a whole different realm, a whole different reality, all alone in my thoughts and in my feelings and on my path. And in some cases, most cases, yeah, I'm on a fucking lonely highway, just me and my family, on a path, making my own choices, breaking my own rules, and others, trying to find my way. And every time it's a big fat fucking circle where I end up right back where I started. Wiser. In essence, you always hope to come home, But along the way, you build homes along the way. You build family and connections and friends and stuff. But the journey is really just to come back home to yourself. Because where you started, you just didn't have happiness. So you left where you started to go find happiness. And you find things, and you come back, and you're supposed to bring that happiness to where you originally started. But then you'll sit there and you know what I mean? It doesn't give you what it did. So you have to go out and find these things. You're going against, you're looking for something inside of you. It's you that's taking you on this path away from everybody else. And most of it's internal. Like I said, I'm still around people, but there was a lot of times where I wasn't. Where I was, like God said, brought to the woods, the sticks, the dirt, the rocks, the river. Truthfully, throughout it all, to the top of the mountains, so I could be alone. And that's like with my daughter, you know what I mean? He brought you to the top of that mountain to be with him. Why? I mean, because you were in the lowest valleys. He wants you to leave the valleys and climb that mountain to be with him. It could be physical. Not usually. I was thinking about that. It's like, why do people fucking climb the fucking, the Everglades and the fucking, Mount Everest? To say that they could. Because it's something that people say they can't. So they had to prove they could. And most people die trying. But they're just trying to prove to the world that they're one of the elite people that can climb that mountain. There's bigger mountains to climb in reality than that. Try facing real hard decisions and having hard conversations and, walking away and shit. Like, try, fight the real mountains. All that strength, what a waste. All that life, just so you could take a picture on the top of the mountain. You climb these kind of mountains and your picture's put in every fucking book in history. You're not special, bro. You're just doing what you think is special to be part of a special group of nobodies. That's all I gotta say about that. He believes. This card is about picking, the journey for you, and that's really what it is you're going against yourself and others. And it's it's one hell of a journey. On page 66, Mark Savi. The card indicates that you have taken a side or perhaps become rooted in something you no longer believe in. Take time to examine your thinking and ask yourself why you're so attached to this particular point of view. The universe is made up of infinite possibilities. Through meditation, release your attachment into the earth and feel what it's like to be free. And, something as simplistic as you believe this is the way you have to live your life. That goes back to all my twin flames. As soon as I said that, I saw a body. It's like he believes this is the only way to live, to be a husband, to be a father, to be a man. Is to live like this. And that goes to all of my, everybody. You believe the only way to be a successful woman is to live like this, to compete with other women, to live up to the expectations of other women, to be like other women makes you a great woman. That's not what makes you a woman, bro. You're a woman by definition. All that competitiveness makes you a bitch. Always competing with other women. And you wonder why I call all these dudes bitches, bro. That's what they do. They look to other men of what, other men are doing, and they want to be, powerful men like these men before them. But those men are looking to find their own way. Kobe wasn't trying to be like someone else. He was trying to find his own way to be the best he could without being explosive on that fucking, in his life. He wasn't trying to, be like fucking Mike. And I have seen nothing but Muhammad Ali all day yesterday and today. I don't know what that really means. But it's like Muhammad Ali was a fighter, but he was a fucking priest. He was a poet. He would, you have to go back and listen to him, but when he was talking about like Foreman or, all these other people that he would fight, he would say it in the most pleasant ways, and he fought for God. As I swing my, as I swing for God. I swing for the righteous, not to hurt a man, but to liberate mankind. He wasn't trying to be better than them. He was just trying to, master him. And that goes back to, like, Kanye's wife is going to outdo Kanye's ex-wife. fuck are you talking about, bitch? And then that goes back to fucking, you know what I mean? That's like Bianca's gonna out, you know what I mean? She's gonna be better than Kim. Kim, you're gonna be better than Bianca trying to be better than you? The fuck are y'all doing, bro? Sorry. And that goes back to, you know, Russ outdoing the fucking the K-pop stars. Are you proud of yourself? That you took on a battle with 4 to 7-year-olds that were dancing in their living room to this song and asked their parents to buy this album? You feel like you crushed the charts because you crushed what? That there just happened to be so many thousands of kids that wanted this album and you were able to make yours better than theirs? The fuck, bro? Get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit. Drop the numbers. And get on with your life. Release your attachment to Earth and what it feels like to be, and feel what it feels like to be free. And that's Lewis, bro. You can't disappoint somebody. You guys can't disappoint nobody. You're an absolute disappointment being a people pleaser. You're just trying to make the people happy so that they'll like you. And that's Marshall. That's what happened to Marshall. He just wanted to be accepted. So he started changing so that people would accept him. And nobody accepts the new him. Womp, womp, womp. You should just accept yourself for what you are and love yourself, and then you don't need other people's love and affection. See yourself like God does, that he doesn't see you as a mess, but as his child that's been through some messy shit, and he's trying to clean you off one thought at a time, one feeling at a time. He's not trying to send you out there looking all messy. But he can't stop you because you're not listening to him. Every time he tells you not to say that, don't do that, don't act like that, don't think that. And he's trying to give you a better perspective. God talks to you guys. He don't never shut up. You just don't hear him because you're too busy listening to your own self. You're selfish. It's okay. I can't say I didn't hear God. As sick as I was, that's one thing you can see through all my life, is I had a really close connection with God. Even my fucking personalities knew God. I didn't know my personalities, but they knew God. And that's what got me through. Intuition. They called me lucky because of that. And that's, you know, everybody wants to pick a side so that you're right. I want to be Catholic. I want to be Christian. I want to be a witch. I want to be this. I want to be on the right side. You do what's right by you, and you're not, and you stand alone. And then people will want to stand by you. I have an affiliation to everything, but I don't stand behind anything. And that's really it. I stand behind God in everything. And that's my affiliation to the oneness. Is what connects God through it, is what connects me. But otherwise, I don't disconnect from this bullshit. Okay? Now, I guess that all does have to do with the beginning, and it's already an hour in, and I'm really ready for a cigarette. We're going to do a teaching in a little bit, probably in an hour or so. I'm going to break into the witches, the difference between... I'm going to break out my witch cards of reclaiming your witchhood. I have cards that taught me how to be a witch. It was part of being a priestess. You have to know that, right? What do you do with your craft is up to you. But that's where they were deemed, you know, that was what made a bad witch. There were healers, shamans, sages, and seers that didn't carry the witch label because they didn't use any of their craft for manipulation of, you know what I mean, of reality. Okay? Then there's the dark practitioners. Okay? I have a book, you know, my exorcism book, Consorting with the Spirits, Protection and Reversal Magic. That's by a witch named Jason Miller. He says that he went through Hecate, he went through Odin, he went through he went through, you know, all of Aleister Crowley's teachings. He went through all of that. They all went through the Dark Goddess. The question is, what does he use it for? As you see, he's a priest. He teaches the craft to empower others. There are spells in there to bring in stuff. What does that mean? I can I can do stuff to myself, like I can, I can put together herb blends or take a bath or anoint myself in an oil, which I did yesterday, matter of fact. I do remember that. I was sitting there. I can't wait to tell her. We were sitting there on the fucking ground, both of us. It's hot, and I'm like, all right, let's call in some luck. She said, really? I was like, yeah, I got an incense over here. Let's call in some luck. What was it? The 777 incense. And I did that, and then her daughter had found a bottle, a rolled over bottle in the parking lot of some clove oil, essential clove oil. So I put some of that on my sage. There's stuff like that where you can turn up your attraction levels. But what people are trying to do is deflect what comes with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, not everything that glitters is gold. And I did that yesterday. So I was like, let's just call in some luck. That's all it is. I'm not brewing up a potion for abundance. I'm turning up the energy for something. And that's all we do, really, is we turn up our vibrations and shit. Nothing I do this week is going to stop my trials and tribulations at the end of the week. All I do is prepare myself for it. And that's what you guys are trying to do, is I don't want to lose my house. So I'm going to go to a witch and try to see if she could do some voodoo to keep my bills, keep my relationship together. Every time God tries to come in and give you a tower to push you into a new realm, you want to do something to keep yourself where you are and make yourself bigger. You know what I mean? So you see, like, simple coveting. I want to be the next big pop artist. I'm seeing Beyonce, all the work she does to be on top. Is it worth it? She has no love. Beyonce has no love, bro. She feeds off the love of the crowds. She's a bit psycho, All of that shit, all that spell work and all that shit she does it to be the most powerful. Does it work? Sure. But does she have joy? And that's the evil queen, bro. You do this to be powerful, but there's no fucking power in being unloved. And that goes back to Kim Kardashian. Bro, she's the most powerful bitch that ever was. But she has no love. She's fighting for the love of the world. That goes back to fucking Lewis. And as exactly what I played this morning. No Love by Marshall Mathers, bro, by Eminem. You fought to have this powerful life, and it has no love in it. And I know that fight because I did the same. That was what my house was built of. My whole life, dude, I fought. Tears, dude, multiple jobs. I worked my ass off to look at people and be, respected, admired. I did this all by myself. But you know what was in there? No love, bro. And none was getting in. The longer I stayed in there, the more I wasn't going to get love. The second I started loving this dude, opening up to the idea of loving my first twin flame, everything of my foundation started falling apart. My music was built on no love. My house was built on no love. My fucking job was built on no love. My fucking wardrobe was built on no love. These were building blocks that I built around me of no love. Everything I fucking put in that house wasn't out of love. It was out of desperation. It was out of pain and suffering. Me crying my way to work that hard just to provide a couch, and then a TV, and then your guys' Xboxes and these lavish fucking, everything. I worked my ass off just to make other people happy, with no happiness to myself or to the people I was actually trying to make happy. We had to lose everything to find love. And we found it. In a broken place, is what they said, fucking Rihanna. And it's like, you can be all powerful, but you can't be all loving. It's one or the other, bro. It's one or the other. And that's what it really was, is like, as basic as it is I can't be treated like respected as a woman if I'm always got to man up. I can't be a goddess if I've always got to play God. You can't be fucking lavished as God's child and completely taken care of and blessed and highly favored if you're out here trying to be God for everyone else. You're doing that for everyone else. People like Russ and, Lewis and Marshall and all of you, and myself included. We're playing God for other people. We want them to have the best lives. We want them to really feel God's love through our works. We want to give them the things that we never had. We want to show them the things we've never seen. But in doing that, we're still not being loved ourselves. We're playing God instead of God loving us like that. What about us? What about our needs? What about the things we never seen and the things we never felt? Instead of us allowing it to happen, we're just giving it to everyone else. And I'm seeing twin flame number 1, you know. That's all he knew how to give love was, you know, through his works. And I tell him that continue to show them your love and let me love you the same way so that you can see it. He's never had someone to provide for him like that. And that's what it is. It's like, you know what I mean? And that's not what I needed you to do. I needed you to give me a different type of love. You needed the love you give. I need the love I give. And that's really what it is. What do I give? Time and energy. But I can do all that stuff too. I can shower you in gifts and give you and do all kinds of great services. But my true love is time and energy. The more time I have and the more energy I give you, the more love you really feel. You're not going to feel it in the things I give you. You'll feel special or awkward because I'm giving you gifts as a woman. Just want you to kind of think about this, dude. Purification is, you know what I mean? As they said, it's better to be purified by the water than purified by the fire. The initiation in the dark night of the soul, we've already started it. We've already started going through the chapters of it. Loss, indifference. You know what I mean? We went through it. It's not linear. We're jumping through the levels of it for everyone that's on different levels and stuff. And it doesn't matter if you're not on that level. You're fighting your own devils. But yeah, we're going to close this like this. This is your 10-day forecast of purification, good blessings, and Odin stands for the duality. Odin couldn't pick a side, and that's Father. That's Father, our Father who art in heaven. He's not picking sides. He's doing what's best for everyone. He doesn't favor one more than the other. He doesn't favor me more than he favors Russ. And I could sit here and argue that he shows more favor to Russ. I could sit here and argue that he shows more favor to everybody else but me. But that's not true. While you're arguing that he favors me more than you. He loves us all equally. There's nothing we can do to earn more love from him or anything that'll make him turn from us. The closer you get to him, the more you understand that love. And it is a fatherly love. It's Kobe. I'm going to push you to greatness. And that's where the goddess comes in and explains to you why he's pushing you and that this is his love, his way of love. God's love is boundless, and it comes in all different ways, and that's where it is you have to understand all the different forms of God to understand that. And to the Norse belief, this was their God. But Odin was a god amongst gods that still sat on the throne and had to listen to his heart guide him. That's his God. Not what his mind said, but what his heart said was just. And you could see, you know, he went from being, you know what I mean, a very powerful God to an all-benevolent God. And that's what, you know, the story is. It's like, you know, Christ-like. We'll talk about the witches and the high priest and the position of being, you know what I mean, a servant of God using witchcraft and what that really looks like in our next video. Hey, I love you. Later. Bye-bye now.